everybody. I'm Colton's dad, Nick. Otherwise known sometimes thanks to Mr. Todd Narvison, the legend of southeast Minnesota there. I'm also known as Special K. Used to race late models, B mods. Started out in street stock division. So just wanted to kind of clue you in on what we're doing with this black car here. We're transitioning it from what it was when we bought it was an A mod, and now we're transitioning it to be a B mod backup car for Colton. So what we're doing is we're taking out all the A mod stuff, so you can see that it's got the dampener shock there for the pull bar. I've already taken the pull bar out and went to the solid pull arm, pull whatever you want to call it, pull bar, doesn't matter, third link I guess you'd call it too. So we're gonna be doing that. I gotta take that out, and I'm gonna maybe get the rear end set in here, and then we'll be putting the brakes and stuff on it. This caliper here is, as you can see, get a little more light on there. As you can see, the piston is way too far out, so you can't even push it back. So somebody probably maybe touched the brakes or something, or it was just that way without any pads in it, and it just pushed the piston right out. So we'll replace that with a new one. I gotta put that battery in the battery box up there, and otherwise it's getting pretty good. We're getting close. I gotta put belts in it, seat, you know, the whole 9 yards. But we're getting there. Gotta tie some stuff up that these guys that owned it before left loose, like wiring and stuff, and you know, all the good stuff. Body's probably all right, but we'll try to run that. Maybe I'll go show you. Put in all new gauges, just because the water temp gauge was stuck past the pin on the old one. So it wouldn't work anyway. So we put in all new gauges. I rewired most of it. We got to put in the window net yet. Don't look at my mess. There's the rear end that we're going to be using. I got to put that all together yet. I mean, it's fairly together now. We got to put all the fancy Weir's trickery stuff on it. But that's the rear end that we're going to be putting in it. I've already replaced this caliper, as that caliper was stuck. Had to put new rotors on it because this rotor here was broke on the backside, so we put different rotors on it. Like Colton said, these are the $50 headers. We're going to finish them up yet. This weekend I put the Willys throttle stop on here with the springs. Got the carburetor all hooked up, Weir's carburetor adapter. Spent most of the day yesterday and part of Sunday after we got back from the racers reunion, mounting our alternator and the power steering pump, trying to get all that. It's tedious work. I didn't want to video it because I know nobody likes to watch that stuff, but it's that's where we're at. So I got belts on it today, so we got to tighten them up yet, and then I'll figure out the power steering hoses and what we need to do there. Like I said, I got to tidy up all this wiring stuff now that I've done. I've rewired it all. This was on the outside in here, like back here, so if the solenoid ever goes bad, you usually want that in a pretty decent spot so you can get it and, you know, change it fairly easy without having to crawl underneath the car. We got to bleed the brakes yet. I moved the loud pedal. I moved that down because it was, or maybe it was too low. I can't remember. I moved it one way or another. Either way, I moved it up. I put it in the middle. So there we go. So that was that. What else have I done here? Oh yeah, I installed our rev limiter, which we don't need for an open motor. This is old Smoky. This is a motor that I ran when I was in B mods eons ago. We call him Old Smoky because it probably needs to be bored and put new pistons in it and all that good stuff. New brakes up front. So we do have the new pads. Like I said, new rotors. Or new used, I should say. We bought them from a guy at the Ogilvy. Sean Kelly is his name. That's who I'm thinking of. I had a brain fart there. Put the starter on. We still got to put the bell housing and the flex plate and tranny, whatever tranny we're going to run, whether it's a Burt or the Falcons that we have. Either way, got to get that. Got to finish putting the fuel lines up here to where the fuel pump goes. I got a new fuel pump coming just because I don't trust the ones that came with the other motor that we got, because I don't know. They came with the car. There's been some, goofy stuff with this car, so I didn't want to trust it at all. So I don't even know what the pressure rating is. It could be way too high. We'd only need like 7 or 8 pounds, so we're not running anything fancy. And then I still have to take out. I don't know if you can kind of see it there. I gotta take out that. It's unhooked, but I gotta reroute the brake line there. That's the right front brake shut off. Of course, we can't run it in the B-mods, so I'm just gonna take it out so there's no question. And let's see. That'd be about it. But I mount put a radiator in it and mount that. Get that secured. I gotta change front springs, because these are probably too light. Put shocks on it, set it up, and mash the loud pedal, I guess. It's easy to say, but there's quite a bit of work left on this thing. Colton's car, we just got to get it on the ground, finish up the nose. Shop is a mess because we've been just thrashing. So, all right, so here we are. We're under the black car. This isn't a real good spot for an old fat guy like me. So I took out that shock. That's now laying over there. Now I'm going to try to put this battery in here. I should have probably been videoing when I was, that needs a little buff and paint. Anyway, when I first tried to fit it, this was too vertical, so it was bent up here and the battery wouldn't quite fit in there. So, yeah, see if I can find you guys a spot to sit here. And maybe. All right, I think we're good. All right, the battery's kind of heavy, by the way. That's probably why I'm out of breath, because I've been kind of struggling getting it up and out of there. But anyway, so all right, here we go. See if she fits now. And kind of ad-libbing there. I had an old guy tell me one time that it helps to make noises when you're lifting stuff, so I thought I would ad-lib a little bit on that. There we go. Hey, looks like it fits. Good dealio. Alright, perfect. Now let's get the crossbar in here and we'll be ready to rock. Rock and roll, baby. Alright, she's in there. So here we're back on the left rear. As you can see on the right rear, we also have those green plates there. Same with this. I think if we don't take these off, it's going to screw up our bar measurements, because they are both in there square. The ones that are welded to the chassis, the black ones there. But I think if we don't take that off, it's going to screw that up. So maybe that's what we're going to end up doing, because Colton's car doesn't have them. I'll show you. I'll turn around here. His car is just right on the factory side, and they look about the same. His has been updated on the left hand side. As you can see, it's been updated over there with the bigger plate, more holes. But I think we're gonna have to take these out so it doesn't mess up our bar measurements, because I have this one all measured out already. I took this one out of the left rear, and it's where SSR says it should be, because these are both SSR chassis. This is the black car is number 1 off the line. The white car is number 3. When they first started building SSRs, so that's been quite a while ago. And we try to follow their Bible, which is right here, so they give you all the measurements and like hole locations and how to set it up. This is all their setup book for their A mods and B mods. So they're excellent in helping you try to figure out what you need, and as far as having any issues or helping you get it set up for the first time. Jake Hartung is the one that pretty much, I think, runs it over there, and he does an excellent job. And I've known Jake for quite a long time, and he's extra helpful. He's not scared to help you out, which is always good from a car manufacturer. So from that standpoint, so yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. And I noticed too that I'm gonna have to get some bolts. I don't think I'll have any 5/8 bolts that are 3.5 inches long around here in the shop. So I'm gonna have to get some, and then we'll have to make spacers again and everything, because this only had a 1/2 inch bolt and little spacers. So we'll get to do that too, and that's mighty fun. So I guess the rear end probably won't make it in tonight, but that's okay, because I don't know if I like this bar anyway. They do have their own thing. They put a bend in it there, as you can see, for the left rear, just for clearance is what they do there. So we gotta get some new hind joints and stuff and get that in there and get that all switched around. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so I took off them green plates that you seen that we had on there, just like over there on the right side, in case you forgot already. So took them off. Here they are. They were just held on with two 5/8 bolts. So getting ready to put this other radius rod in here. We took them off because it's going to push the rear end too far back. So we just want this one to be just like the white car over here and not have them on there. As you can see there, they're not on there. So we're just trying to make them more identical, so that way there's nothing crazy about it. So, but here's that left lower radius rod. We checked the SSR Bible, as we like to kind of refer it to, setup sheets. So you take your handy dandy tape measure, whichever one you want to use, it doesn't matter as long as it's good. And to measure this, SSR recommends 15 inches center to center. So from center to this one, this rod end to the center of this rod end hole is 15 inches. So right now, move that. Let's see, we're about center. They do make a tool, make sure it's a little bit easier. Looks like we're about 15 1/4. So then, just for ease of the video, I already had this pre-measured at 15 before. I just extended this one out. So what you would do is you'd take one round out of here, or if it needs to go longer, you take it out. If it has to go in, you just put it in. So you take it out, you turn it out, you put in. Just go equal amounts on each side. So if you're going 1 or 2 here, make sure you're doing 1 or 2 here, the same direction, either out or in. So we're going to turn this back into where I had it preset at, and we should be at 15 inches, should be. And there we go, 15 inches from center to center. All right, so now we got that. I think we counted 6 holes up on Colton's and the white car. So, just adjusting my light. That's all that noise is. So, now I gotta situate my phone. Hand in the way, hand in the way. I can't tell it. I don't know. Colton says it's better to keep going the way it is forever. Alright, so 6 holes up. And we're going to go 6 holes up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. And I need spacers. Hang on. Need spacers. Alright, got these fantastic little spacers. Supposed to be 3/4 of an inch on each side. So we'll put one there. Slide that through. Let this bad boy hang there for a little bit. And we'll slide this guy through. And looks like we're going to be a little short. So, since this car is older, the spacing is off just a little bit. Handy dandy tape measure. And looks like the spacing is 2 3/8 total space. Take all this back off. Come on, nice and neat. And looks like the rod end is about 3/4 of an inch. So what did I say? 2 3/8, right? 2 3/4. 2 3/4. See, good thing it's always measure twice, cut once, like in carpentry. So 2 3/4. So I need 2 1-inch spacers. I think I might end up having to make them. Alright, got our spacers made, but they do have some little, I don't know if you can see that little burrs on them. So then you want to take your, they call it rat's tail file, and go on the inside of it. Get rid of them. It's just made out of a little piece of tubing, 5/8 inside diameter tubing. Then you're going to want to take care of these ones on the outside here. Also, just a flat file. Run it across there, and that way your crew guys don't get mad at you when they gotta take it apart and don't slice their fingers on all the heck. Also helps for the bolt slide through if there's no burrs. So, good way to check. 5/8 bolt. Your spacer. Like a glove. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Let's try her again. Alright. Our second spacer. Okay. Got it back in there. And do a little modification. I had to go down to 15/16. Colton's over there putting, if you can hear him, he's putting his body bracing on. So we'll put a washer on here. Originally these came with the nylon lock nuts. I would suggest staying away from these because you can't use an impact on these because it'll melt the nylon. That's what a fastener guy told me, our salesman. So we go with these self-locking burrs. Just like that. That's what we've used. Used them when I was on late models and stuff too. It's just a better way to do it. You know, you're guaranteed that they're not going to come off. Wrenchicas. Obviously, if they wear out, they're going to come off, but most of the time they won't. Or the nylon can because the nylon is wore out. Hey, just like that. Alright. Well, on to the right side, I guess.